All right, let's see what this cake looks like. Yeah. Oh Jesus.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly.
That's some hot spots, man. Is that oil?
Yeah, it's probably from the rear main getting hot.
That's some hot spots, though.
Gouges.
Oh, it's actually not down to the river, still.
Yeah, it got hot.
So looking over. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it got hot for sure.
Oh, what Johnny's driving? What is
No, yeah, for real.
Previous owner. Previous owner.
Yes,
flywheel.
And you'll probably need a better impact.
Yeah, I know.
Hey Johnny, something's wrong with my plate. It's got a hole in it and a lot of hot spots.
Yeah, the rear main seal's dunzos. There's no seal left. It's just an opening.
It's just toilet paper.
Is it bolted or it's
It's bolted. It's this one here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like all the fucking need.
But what's gone is this lip. It has the outside ring, but the lip's gone.
So what do you think causes all these hot spots?
This one, dropping from 6th to 1st.
Money shifts.
This one, escaping from the popos.
Yeah.
This one over here.
Yeah.
This is one I had to go pee really bad. To remove the pilot bearing, I rented this tool, 27128. It's awesome. It expands. It gets where you need it to go. And it has a badass slide hammer too. The new pilot bearing is in. It's flush. You got to make sure when you install it that you put the tapered side facing towards you. And then this is the old rear main seal. This is a new and improved one. They put a metal gasket around it, and then on top of that they reinforced it around the sides. So we got the rear main seal off and we started cleaning it. The easiest way to do the rear main seal while the engine is still cradled in here is by loosening up the 5 bell housing bolts that are around. 2 of them come out, 3 of them stay in there. You get it loose enough where the bell housing can move back and forth, and it'll allow you to clear up these 5 bolts that are up top, which are right there. Once you do that, you're able to loosen up with the 10 mil. You can go all the way around, loosen them all up, and it should give you enough clearance to put the new rear main seal on, seal it up, and then put the bolts back on. So further inspection, looks like it needs to be rebuilt.
I don't think we got video of taking the torque tube out because I wasn't there this day. But Johnny took the torque tube out. Basically, there's a little snap ring that goes here, and you just have to pry out the snap ring, and then you see these little like guibo looking things. They're just like rubber pieces that mount to it, and then there's bearings that sit inside here. We replaced the guibos, or at least Johnny did, and then we couldn't get to the bearings because we didn't have a press. So if it ever comes out again, then we will do the bearings, but unfortunately this time we couldn't do it. This is the spec stage 2 plus 6-puck clutch that we installed, and yeah, the flywheel went on after we did the rear main seal, and then did the clutch and normal install. All good, ready to get broken in. Needs about 500 to 1,000 miles. And then last but not least, we sealed up the lower oil pan just with the OEM gasket, and we were ready to put the torque tube back in and the rear subframe back together.
Meanwhile, the next day.
Okay, Johnny, you did some stuff over the weekend, looks like. Yeah. So I'll put those videos in before this, but we're doing the rear subframe on. We just lifted it back up. We got 4 nuts. So we're gonna suck it up. That way we can get rid of this here, and then we can start putting on the control arms, the shocks, and yeah, just freaking button this thing up. We gotta still do the trans fluid, huh?
Trans, and then bleed the clutch.
Okay, we're on the home stretch. Update.
We're almost there.
We have the control arms in, the shocks put back in. Yep. If anybody's gonna do this, lift up from here. If you don't have a trans jack, use like a regular floor jack. Put it underneath to lift up the suspension, and then it brings the arm a lot closer. You can put the bolts in, and the strut too. You can put the bolts in super easy. E-brake brackets we're putting on right now. I got this ground hooked up again. Are those ABS sensors? Yeah, ABS sensors are plugged in on both sides, and the subframe is torqued to Johnny spec. We gotta put the pads back in the on the caliper, and then put the caliper back in. What else do we have to do?
Bleed the clutch.
Fluids.
And then fluids.
Johnny was having some issues with the top bolt, but what'd you find?
This bad boy.
Boy, the socket is longer than the damn ratchet, dude. Where'd you find that, Abe?
What?
That tool.
Not fun.
How much is it? Probably like $800.
$90.
$90? Jesus. Alright, update. We got the forehead. Got the exhaust bolts back on here. There's a bracket. It was missing 2 bolts already, so we still need to get those bolts, but we'll get them from miners or something. We put the O2s back in. It's 22 mil to tighten them down. Got these little holding brackets up here. We still gotta put the those pipes on that are sitting right there on. Torque tube and all that stuff. All the 36 bolts are in. We're gonna put fluids in it. We have this. We're gonna bleed the slave cylinder. And then what else do we have to do? The diff?
The diff and then the trans.
Okay.
Do that right now.
Diff is diffed.
It's diff.
Where's the drain plug?
On the bottom?
Right there. And then we got the fill right here. So we used 1.6 quarts of this, and then this right here. Just 4 fluid ounces of limited slip additive. What are you doing right now? Just putting the ATF in.
Redline D4 ATF.
So it's a manual transmission, but it takes ATF fluid. Back is 3.7 quarts of D4. Well, it could be anything you want, but
Shout out to Amazon.
Amazon, 90 bucks. And we brought the car back down. Time to add some oil. What does it take? 5:30. Putting the interior back together. Shifter's going on. We already bled the clutch. Pretty easy with the Mighty Vac, huh? Put some RBF 600 fluid in there and feels good.
Yeah, nice and springy.
Nice. So just gotta put the interior back together and then, I don't know, go for the first start right now. All right, first start and drive. I mean, we already pressurized the oil system, but it's fine. It was at this moment we knew something we did fucked up. Now, Johnny tried to put it in reverse gear and it wouldn't go. He had 1 through 6. All the gears felt fine. So we were wondering if we did something wrong, possibly with the torque tube. But then I was looking at a video this guy made, I'll link it here, and I found this picture. And he was talking about this alignment pin. Basically, you have to push it all the way down, and it basically locks into like the shifting rod. And then you're supposed to torque down the Torx head that aligns the, I don't know, it's the correct alignment, and then you got to torque it to spec. So after we did that, made sure it was good, and finally had reverse. Does it work?
All that stuff.
Oh yeah.
That brake cleaner and
Back up. Yeah. I smell it.
The clutch needs to be broken in for sure. It's a little smoky, but I think it has to do with the break-in.
Yeah, and also all the
Brand new
hands on the exhaust.
Yeah, brand new flywheel. Doesn't reverse. Chris is right.
what?
You needed to put that pin in there to align everything to torque it. You can't torque it without the pin in there.
So you didn't have that piece that you were.
No,
Exactly.
that's like a
It's
tool
just an
for
alignment.
it's a GM tool basically.
So
It's supposed to be on there and then you just drop it down.
Johnny's all happy now.
So
You should have seen. You should have seen. I saw the reverse lights turn on. I was like, oh, and then he starts going in reverse. Ah! So go home tonight.
Yeah. Go home tonight.
So I think that'll be the end of this video. You're gonna keep breaking it in, right?
Yeah.
How many miles?
500 plus miles because I do a lot of highway driving. So I have to do like 800 miles.
Yeah, alright. But Corvette, clutch, install, done. Say bye, Johnny.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Abe.
Next time on
StreetElite West Coast. But it's not Johnny's car on the lift. It's mine. Very funny. Stupid Mazdas. Boy! Underneath the car.